Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live. So nice to have you with us for this Monday, the 6th day of July, the year 2020. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. Thank you very much. As always, coming alive and natural from the busy streets, which is Brooklyn, New York. And today I'm speaking to you from Prospect Park in Brooklyn, in Brooklyn, New York, as I chat to you what is going on as far as world of sports competition is concerned. Well, there's really not really much to blab about, to be honest with you. But before I get into where I feel in the state of sports right now, and how the commissioners from NFL, NBA to baseball is handling it. I just gotta say, Prospect Park this is my first time coming to Prospect Park in a very, very long time. It's been like 3 or 4 years. But the last time I came was during the winter time. But in the summertime, it's really, really magnificent. Really, really magnificent. I'm really sad that because of the coronavirus, there's not going to be the Prospect Park event, the Prospect Park concert event, which is my first concert I've ever been to for me personally. But start up the concert. But it's really magnificent, and honestly, it's really a tough. And Prospect Park, I don't know about you folks. Maybe it's just me, but it's very tough to find a seat to sit on to do a show where there's not much sun, but where there's a lot of trees and shades. It's nice and cool around here. But I'm really happy. Well, I found a seat which is really, really happy and stuff like that. Where hopefully no wildlife does surprise me and stuff like that while I do my show, because honestly, when I do my show, I like to focus on what's going on what I like to talk about. Speaking of what I talk about, that's enough about me blabbing what's going on with Prospect Park right now. Now, look, we all know how weird sports is going to be. We all know, as I found out over Friday, before the weekend, on Friday, that 38 players in Major League Baseball has tested positive for coronavirus. And the more you listen, when baseball and basketball and the NHL, I don't hear too much about the NHL about players dealing with the coronavirus. But you hear, mostly baseball and the NBA, how more players tested positive, more facilities of the team facilities has been shut down due to the coronavirus. I don't know how the NFL is going to handle it right away, but we're a month away, we are a month away, honestly. But we do know, as far as the NFL, that the Hall of Fame game is going to be canceled. The preseason games are going to be canceled. So we know that for sure. But we don't know how the NFL is going to deal with it. But it's going to come. Now, as far as baseball is concerned, baseball is going to schedule to open up on the 23rd. There's not going to be no, as we find out Friday also, there's not going to be no All-Star game this year, as you expect. Who's not surprised by it? There's not going to be no All-Star game. Now, with that being said, for me, I don't like the way. I think the managers, to be honest, I think the more you're listening to me, the commissioners show me time after time that they don't give a damn about the players. Let's face it, they don't care about the fans. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the players. They really don't. Because everybody with common sense know sports. Let's be clear. Let's be very, very clear. Sports don't need to come back right now. It doesn't. Which I would think, because in some states, the COVID-19 is still is still around, and people are dying left and right. Thank God New York and New Jersey and Connecticut is declining a little bit. As I found out this morning that seven died in New York City. But it's good news. But you don't want to hear people dying. But be as it may, you would think that in other states it's not so much. In other states, 1,000 or more tested positive for corona. And about 4,000, I'm not sure, but it's a lot of deaths that's going on in COVID-19. And I would think that the commissioners and the owners would say, you know what? Let's cancel let's cancel the season. Let's take the L, and let's start fresh next year. But no. Know what they did? They came. They said, you know what? We're gonna postpone it. We're gonna restart the season. We're gonna start the season late. Despite the fact, even though we're gonna do this in a bubble. But here's the thing. Too much. They said they couldn't cancel the season because too much. They're losing because they have to get the money one way or another. Because the NFL and the commissioners, well, the owners mostly, realize too much money. They're losing too much money. So that's why they're restarting. That's why they're starting the season. But with that, what am I saying? I'm saying that it's a terrible idea in my eyes for sports to come back. Now sports come back. No, sports is coming back. You're going to have to deal with the risk. And it's not like the players didn't know. It's not like the commissioners didn't know. They know the risk. Now, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle it? How the coaches, how the players, how the owners itself is going to handle this? Because a lot of players are not going to. Oh, and did I forget to mention? Oh, Black Lives Matters. A lot of protests. Did I forget to mention that? A lot of players not going to play because they choose not to participate in sports and they want justice for the George Floyd death and many other deaths by the hands of the police. So there's a lot going on. But I thought the owners would have been smart and said, you know what, there's too much going on. We should have, you know what, we're going to have to take the L. We're going to have to take the L and say, let's cancel the season. Sports have so much catalogs that there's no question. There's no question. It's going to be a weird. It's going to be It's going to be super weird year for sports. Everybody knows that. But they show us time. They show you and me, folks, time and time again, that owners and commissioners only care about that mean green. They only care about that mean green. Only care about that dollar bills. That's all they care about. I'm not gonna say it's unfortunate, but it's really, it's really typical. It really is. It's really, really typical. Because, even though I was, over the weekend, if some of you didn't see that, Hiro Tanaka was hit by a line drive by Giancarlo Stanton, and that was really, if you, and I know if you was a Yankee fan, you was holding your breath, but thank God he got out of the hospital. So Hiro Tanaka's gonna be okay. But that line drive was scary. That hit, it was scary. It really was, and I see how upset Giancarlo Stanton was, but it was scary. It was really scary. But thank God he's okay. Thank God he didn't get killed for it, because we heard anybody who knows history of baseball, I know a player. I don't remember his name. That he got killed by a line drive, and it was scary. It was the most scariest thing. I don't remember what year it was. It was probably 1950. I know it was around the 50s or the 60s, right around there. I don't remember the player on top of my head. But I know one had a black eye, and the other one, and then he died from it. So it's really, really scary. Nobody wants to see that. So I'm glad to hear Hiro Tanaka is okay. I'm really glad he's okay though. But I just back to where I feel the state of sports. I don't feel like sport. I think the smartest thing to do, which I thought they was gonna do in June, that they was gonna cancel the season. I thought baseball, NBA, what I thought Adam Silver, which I thought NBA, who's been hit by any other sport by this coronavirus. Let me rephrase that. The NBA is hit by the coronavirus than any other sport in the world. And I would think they would have canceled it, but they did. So, but back to what I was saying. Sports didn't really need the sports as of right now. Didn't need to come back. Now, certain sports could play without fans. Horse racing, you could do without fans. Golf, you could play without fans. Believe it or not, tennis could play without fans to a certain degree. Tennis could play without fans. Even though the U.S. Open, at least I could buy tickets. At least if you're going to the U.S. Open, it's not going to happen this year. But they're going to continue it without fans. But it's really, But they can't. They have to get the whole thing about sports. I know I'm going all over the place now. I'm going all over the place, but there's so much things to say about how the commissioner's been handling it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't, because part of me, for the commissioners, for the Adam Silvers, the Rob Manfred of the world, the